That wasn't quite wide enough for that 99 car.
Yeah, he's trying to slip right in there, and he couldn't make it. And then Dale Jr. bounced off of Carl and got into Regan Smith.
A wild slide into the corner. And let's take Joey Logano's wild
for Denny Hamlin at 11.
Yeah, but what were all the sparks flying out from under Hamlin's car as he tried to drive through it? Oh, from getting down on the flat.
Yeah,
that's it.
Probably the skirts on the side were dragging on the racetrack.
Matt?
Kyle Busch, to me, Tony gets right up on Michael, gets him a little wee bit loose, and around he goes. That pushing off into the corner, either one or three, looks like it's a little treacherous for some of these guys.
But you know, Dale, it's almost like both situations has been the...
Will it ever cool back down?
Well, I'm already seeing right at
trouble.
Truex, Earnhardt, crash. And the pole-winning car for the 500 is in smithereens.
It is no more.
Anything, TJ? Yes, sir.
Now. We got trouble already. Newman.
Spin behind you.
Ryan Newman is going to stay off the wall after spinning off turn number 2 to bring out the first caution flag of the day. The orange 20 of Joey Logano goes around off the front bumper of Michael Waltrip and catches the end of the retaining wall.
I just commented that that group back there was closing on this front crowd here in a hurry. I think what happened was Logano got to the 18 car of Kyle Busch, might have had to check up a teeny bit, and when he did, Michael got into the back of him, and man, that could have been a whole lot worse than what it turned out to be. He was headed for the end of that wall. Woo.
Darrell, that wasn't just pushing, that was the bump draft, just as he was turning off in the corner.
Saw the same thing happen with Michael and Tony Stewart in the Budweiser shootout. Nowhere to go, the yellow line, he's already broken, he's violated that rule once. He come right back in front of his teammate, got hit. He was not going to go below that yellow line and advance his position.
Not like last Saturday night in the Budweiser shootout.
Didn't get the result they were looking for. Oh, there's trouble. 60 car of Bodine.
Todd Bodine crashes out of the 500.
It's Stephen Wallace in the 77 involved.
And I think we'll see there was contact in front of Bodine. 60.
Man, look, did he get in on the apron?
It looked like he did. I know when he ran over Digger, it looked like he was on the apron when we had that shot.
Look at the job that Greg Beffel's doing to get by that. Nice work. Here they come. They got to run, but they're going to
crash.
Oh, no.
Trevor Bayne is in it along with David Reagan. And Burton will win it over Boyer.
5 1/1000ths of a second.
A thrilling finish, but in more ways than one.
Came back up.
I think he got just a tad loose when he was going to cut to the bottom. I think his car got a little loose, and then Michael was right up on him in the air.
The top right of your screen coming
right up here.
Michael into his teammate Rudiman.
Got Rudiman loose.
Right in front of Keselowski. Here comes Nemechek. Pow into Michael.
Look at, nope, didn't make it. Didn't make it.
Brian Keselowski, we just talked about, was involved. That white car up against the wall there.
Here's Mark Martin down here, Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon.
Dick Berggren is with David Rudiman.
Well, whose fault was that?
Richardson. Oof.
Sure glad they put that safer barrier down along that inside wall there, because we've had a lot of people get into it.
And Travis Kvapil, who turned Richardson around for the last caution, gets up out of the groove, knocks the long john and the silver off the right side of his car.
Had all the look that a right front tire was going down on that car.
Good point. Time for an AT&T race break. Down to Chris.
Guy in front of Matt can't pick a lane.
I think Biffle was trying to go down to get him behind Matt and just mistimed it a little bit. Clipped him in the right rear and shot him into the outside wall. And again, See all those styrofoam blocks? That's the safer barrier. Man, that is the greatest thing since interliners and tires.
Again, Matt Kenseth climbed from his car. He was okay. Screen, here they come off turn 4.
Well, I think you got to remember something too about that 16 car. It's been wrecked once, and so it's not handling all that great. And Montoya just got into the back of him. And you know, Larry, one thing, and Mike, these guys have been so. Oh, I'd almost guarantee that.
Probably the first time Quapple hit
Boom.
the wall did enough damage to cause the second 2 times. And
You see right in here, there's just a big wad of cars, and
Robbie Gordon.
like Robbie got into the back of Brad. And you know, you just can't say what happened. You don't know if Brad had to lift. You don't know if he was trying to change lanes.
That's what sent Smith to the infield.
He got down there and hit Joey Logano in the 20 that got into the side of Regan Smith in the 78.
Yeah.
It's like Carl Edwards knew something was wrong. He got off Kane, and Kane went up and into the wall.
Looked like Kane had a tire go down. He just kind of eased up the hill there and smacked the wall. Yep, right front.
Has scored his first sprint. Oh! Smith gets turned in front of Boyer and Newman and Hamlin.
Keep coming. Caution's out now. Wait them off.
That's because Smith got a little bit of a gap between he and Bush, and Bush slammed into him.
Bush in the 18 working the high side.
I'm hearing they're going, oh, we got a car around. Got a car around right
Robbie
there.
Gordon saves it.
But the 6 is being black flagged. Passing before the start-finish line.
And a car on the wall.
Newman again.
Ryan Newman hits the wall.
Junior.
Truex and Junior.
Oh, no, and here's Truex.
Caution is out.
Dadgum.
Caution is out there, yeah.
A.J. Allmendinger got into Ryan Newman, who got into the wall, who collected Truex, came across, and Junior spun.
It's like some drivers were checking up, some were not.
No pressure there anywhere you want to go. Spinning up there, go high. Watch that 7. Oh, he's coming, come back, come on. No caution, come on. Hello, come on, there you go. Hold the brake. We're in, guys.
Looked like not Allmendinger, but someone to Newman's right.
Yeah, she's up, gets clipped just a little bit by
That's Ambrose.
and that got him loose. And to keep from running into Joey Logano, he had to spin out. He being the 7 car of Robbie Gordon.
34 laps complete, and NASCAR has informed the teams this will be the competition caution. It's the line.
He tries to get back. Tries to get back in line right there, and there just was not quite enough room.
Travis Quapple, the 38 car, he was trying to squeeze back up in front of.
Now the Wood brothers are not running for points in the
Carl
toward the front.
Yeah, I think Carl gets forced down on the curbing back here. Oh, he makes contact with the 18 car, Kyle Busch. That drives Carl into the dirt. Parts start flying off of his car, and it really just backs a bunch of people up right here. Then Carl gets to the corner, and it won't turn, and he and Jeff Gordon right into the outside retaining wall.
As did Jeff Gordon.
What's the 18 car? Well, we're past that now.
Yeah, this is Harvick going around off the bumper of Mark Martin. There's everything backed up. Wow. Around goes Vickers.
Oh no, another one.
Low. Watch me, both sides. Come on.
Oh, this is wiping out half the field.
This is a big one on the backstretch at Phoenix.
Look at that. Yeah, the first time I saw this, I thought when he got sideways that maybe the 56 got into him, but I don't think he did now. I think it was just from Matt getting into the 83 of Vickers and getting him loose. And it's, you know, we've seen cars have trouble off the 2 over there. It must be really slick up high.
Now we'll look at Martin Truex's in-car, which will show you that he did not get into Vickers.
Yeah.
Until Vickers was already sideways. A little contact.
Did a good job, and that spotter did an awesome job.
Vickers sideways. Everybody tried to go low, but the curbing, the dragon's teeth down there is pretty steep, And a lot of cars bounced off that and into harm's way right there at the dog leg.
The nose on these cars are so strong. Man, look at Travis Quapple get into that wall. That's huge. But the nose on this car is so strong. Pit road, and there it goes, and bam, that is a lick.
There's no question that right front tire was down on that car.
Yeah, no.
Got the wall, guys. Got the wall. Tire went down.
Several times this week, you see Robbie way back there in the middle of turn 3 and 4, coming out of 4, stays in the throttle. That's where all the smoke's coming from, keeps it from backing up into the fence, saves it, and drives on.
That was right in front of Denny Hamlin.
And right over Digger.
The dirty. Close. Ever so close. Maybe too close. I tell you, two things happened to that 71 car. The 38's right there on his back bumper, and that gets you a little bit loose. But when that car went by on the outside, it just finished him off. Have to get another look at it, see if there really was any contact or not. It was mighty close. But that air will do it to you. Gets off in the corner, tries to make a run up under Montoya. Got in there really, really hard. The car gets a little loose, starts to wiggle, and around goes Busch.
Now watch from the right side of your screen. I think Casey Kane got a tap. He's already around.
Look at Trevor Bayne. What a great job he did of missing it. Everybody really back in that pack did a great job of missing. See right there, the one car makes a slight bit of contact. I don't think it hurt anything. And then right ahead of them, that 18 just detonated.
And remember,
Larry's down on the bottom of the track, and right back here you'll see him. Bam! Man, that's a hard lick. Good thing the safer barriers there.
See him coming into the screen right there. Cars just go straight.
Dadgummit, it's right in the middle of the corner. Hard lick.
But Darrell, Mike pointed it out. It's about the third or fourth right front tire that we have failed here. The right front tire
screen that backs everybody up. Brad Keselowski, David Rudiman in the 0-0 appear to get the worst of it.
The good thing after you see him right there, right behind the leader when the caution came out, so he'll get the benefit. You see Robbie right there had his problems up against the outside wall, so a good break right there.
The waves for the 4th time today in Bristol. And around goes Labonte.
Yeah. I don't think he did that. I don't think that was intentional, to tell you the truth. He gets it, pushes out. Looks like he thinks he's going to get the wall. He gets out of the throttle. Mark Martin in the 5 gets into the back of Harvick's 29 car. Everything looks pretty good right here. It looks like everything's going to be fine. But then all of a sudden, these guys that are coming up on this mess, on Harvick down there on the bottom, they start trying to check up, and then they all get into it. The 42
after this all starts. Everybody blowing up here. Almost everybody.
Yeah. Where did Boyer come from?
Yeah. 9. Mark Martin was right behind Quapple when it happened. Well, Andy Lally trying to toss and catch it, and can't hold on to it. It looked like all the tires were up after Lally pulled away from this spin off turn number 4.
Yeah, it had the appearance of a right rear tire being low, but doesn't look low right there.
So Lally is the. Watch the blue car coming in from the right,
and it never
sliding
turns. It just looks like that's got to be right front tire, because it never turned. When you see one head up the track like that, that's usually a right front tire.
Labonte was 2 laps down at the time.
Oh boy. Well, Larry,
in here. Now Blaney had just gone a lap down, and up he goes.
Clear.
Definitely right front tire. See it drop down and take. I think he gets a little frustrated and tries to come down in front of the 66 car there, and man, now
he was trying to stop it.
His brakes are working good.
Michael McDowell in that 66 just kept pushing. There was
71. That's Sadler from Emporia, Virginia. A little too high on exit. And the right front suffers.
I think it may have been a right front problem.
Going fast here. Watch this.
I get a feeling something happened to Martin Truex Jr. in that 56 as hard as he was driving it off in that corner.
Sure does.
I mean, he wasn't even able to slow it down, it didn't look like.
I bet well, it's hard to say about brakes, but that looks like a car that lost its brakes.
Let's jump into Napa Toyota.
Yeah, he never even slowed down.
We're in it, guys. We're in it. Hold the brake, buddy. Hold the brake. Hold the brake up there. Hold the brake.
Boy, look at him. It's knocked a breath. Yep.
He probably wondered what in the world.
He's probably like Casey Kane was with the Truex wreck. What are these guys thinking?
Caution is out for the 7th time today. Then down here at turn 1.
Oh, the 22 gets
the 2 gets Keselowski gets into Menard.
The 2 gets into him. Turns Menard around. Comes McDowell. Casey Mears. Round goes Newman.
Newman started outside.
138 ahead up top.
Regan Smith just spun.
Ahead. Stay low. Stay low. Going to get a caution right here.
And the reaction in Kevin Harvick's pit. His wife Delana looking on.
That happened on corner entry, so we caught up with it about middle of the corner there, but saw sparks.
That's a hard lick because you are carrying the mail, as you've well noted, driving down in that corner.
Yeah, you're over 200 miles an hour into that turn and down. Oh, trouble on the back, guys. See cars going around.
3 cars around mid-stretch. Truex wrecked. Mark Martin wrecked Regan Smith in the outside wall. Caution at lap 215.
Mark Martin, you see, he's okay. He's trying to get his window net down.
And coming up from the bottom of your frame, looks like Truex might have got into Keselowski, but did he have some help?
I don't know if Truex just didn't try to stay off of Keselowski, and the car got loose and shot across the racetrack. For him, I don't believe the 29 had any contact at all.
Boy, what
Another
a close
hard
call
hit
for Allmendinger in that 43. And Regan Smith in the 78 just nowhere to go.
And Jamie McMurray in the 1 is going to sneak through here. Whew, and miss it.
Trevor Bayne also did a nice job of getting through that.
As did Dave Blaney, Tony Stewart, and Joey Logano. That's 3 used up race cars right
Really
there.
is. Miles an hour.
Now look, they're right about here. Both those cars are sliding out of control.
Yeah, one's going up
and one down.
What goes up must come down, and that's what happened.
I guess all those days of racing dirt in Kansas paid off for Clint Boyer.
That's a huge. That was almost a big mistake that turned out to be a great save.
Look how far sideways that 33 got. No wonder you jumped out of your chair.
And that's why dirt track racers make such good stock car drivers, I think. I thought it was when they did the hookup, but you'll see here, 22 car gets Castle loose and just drives him into the side of Vickers' car there in the 83.
How'd Casey Kane get past?
How'd
any of them get past?
The 17 car's got to have a little left rear quarter panel damage, but out of that wreck, that's all we got.
Let's have a look with the Fox Exmo or Casey Kane aflame. And not going to get back to pit road with that one, perhaps. No, it looks like he'll make it. At least get to a fire extinguisher with it.
I think that's what he's looking for, a safety crew. There's Trevor.
Trevor going to climb out.
David Reagan.
And let's watch from Trevor Bayne.
Boy, Marcus Ambrose in that 9 probably wondered what in the world, where did he come from?
Boy, a bunch of them are wondering that right now.
And he got hit twice. Or Reagan got hit.
Yeah, the 16 there. See them down on the, here they come right back here. And it looks like that the 22 car of Kurt just got into the left rear of the 2 and turned him.
And then watch, here comes the 4, Casey Kane. He's trying to get away, and down slides Reagan right into his path.
He didn't even know he was there. He couldn't see him for the smoke. I know we can, but you can't when you're out there in the car. But I don't know where all that fire came from out of that 6 car.
Yeah, he had not been hit yet.
It didn't look like he'd hit anything yet. That's weird. Like this personally, I haven't liked this combination.
It was right there on the exit of the corner. It looked like his car was a little bit loose to begin with.
Allmendinger spins.
With the 11 car of Hamlin.
Toyota's to the front now. Truex.
Whoa, no.
Newman saves it.
They all saved it. Murray's still on the apron.
Unbelievable. Around goes a car in the back straightaway, and it's Newman.
Can he save it again?
Yeah.
He did.
And we have no caution.
Oh, yeah.
Truex saw that one.
Actually, Newman got a little bit of the wall, too. So
to bring out the 3rd caution entering turn 3.
You know, remember I told you that a guy that really liked Boys Have At It drove the 42 car? He just sort of had at it right there.
Our job is staying off the wall with it.
She's about to try to turn down here.
Now, right here, Kurt Busch has said, where is he going?
There's 45 left on your tires.
Happens, 48 down under the 20, turns 1 and 2, 48 pushes up, bam, right into the left rear of the 20 car, and around goes Logano.
Joey was 18th. He was on the lead lap. Jimmy was a lap down. Let's ride with the low Chevy and see what happens.
They're going everywhere.
And then several get together here with Casey Mears going around.
Contact back here with somebody.
Landon Castle.
Yeah, Landon Castle right there. See Landon's car gets loose, starts up the hill, and the 2 car, Keselowski, is out there. Not a whole lot you can do about it.
Almost the same thing that happened with Jimmy Johnson and Joey Logano just a few laps ago.
Handling and tempers fraying here with a little more than 100 laps to go.
There's Jimmy Johnson, and there's the 83 car of Vickers, and Jimmy Johnson says, yikes.
Boy.
He
that's about as close as you can come and not be involved.
I think you have to appreciate what Keselowski did there, Darrell, because if he doesn't turn that car hard left in the middle, 3 wide, nowhere to go. Kyle Busch is a rocket. Nobody is running the outside.
Oh, there they go. There
Gordon
they go.
Slam. Menard. Mark Martin. It's a crash fest in the backstretch.
They couldn't keep doing that, Mike. They just couldn't.
Boy, it's like
yeah.
Boyer became the meat in the sandwich between the 17 of Kenseth and the 27 of Menard.
Yeah, and Jeff Gordon slammed that inside wall hard, left driver's side.
And the first contact was Kenseth and Boyer.
Clear. Spin. Stay. Middle. Outside. Whew, good job.
Is that safer barrier down on the...
Back in front of you. Back it down. They're all over the place there.
Wow,
All
Kurt
clear.
Busch, that went his way.
When you say... Watch Jeff Gordon's car as he goes down and hits driver's side down here on the inside wall, and I don't think that's safe for barrier. That was a hard lick right there on that driver's side.
And instead of being able to drive it back, Jeff has climbed from the car, gave the crowd on the backstretch a wave. Ken Schrader.
I believe he got just a little bit of help. I think that might be from the 66 car of Michael McDowell.
Gilliland comes into view here.
Yeah, he's in it pretty early. Never was able to make the turn. Makes me think that tire was soft. Guys are racing Montoya, giving him a little extra room tonight. Now, right there, Johnson made a little dive. It was just what happens off the corner. Did Montoya give him enough room right here? Montoya was trying to make the crossover. They made contact.
Yeah, he didn't quite complete the crossover. Jeff Gordon in that 24, Johnson's teammate, just barely slides through there.
Goes around going into his pit. His crew keeps their calm, and they get him serviced despite the bump just right where he landed. Brad Keselowski got into it. Garage area. Now here's Keselowski and Menard. With Menard going around. Now Jimmy Johnson is his pit. Here comes a sliding Paul Menard, and the crew goes right to work.
Yeah, Paul Menard's crew, they were able to go ahead and do this because, as you see, he is in the pit box even with that left rear tire. So what they did was perfectly legal. Just up high and started spinning before even got even close to the middle of turn 4.
There is just so little room up there. I can't believe there's just hardly any room for error right up next to that wall off that corner. It's just that same spot almost where Jimmy Johnson got loose. That gets so slick up there this halfway through the race that, man, you got to be hooked up when you run through that part of the track.
6, the Napa car. Vickers trying to get there. Gets into Reagan instead. Oh boy.
Right here is where he rips the side out of that thing.
All that blue foam, if you remember, Jeff Hammond in the pre-race talked about that energy absorbent foam in the left and right side. That's what you saw flying out of there.
Want to ride with David Reagan?
I've never seen a car do that, I don't think.
And neither had he.
I wonder if you would you have any spare foam in your pit box in your crash cart?
I know where some's at. Jeff Hammond, get it out of the cutaway car.
I mean, how many times would you have to replace the foam inside your door?
That may not be something that they have spare.
I don't think so. I believe that's going to the garage.
And that's where Vickers is headed, to the garage area.
And he makes contact right there.
How many times have we seen that tonight?
Yeah, it just gets out from under him. He tries to get off of the 9. He can't. Gets out from under him, and he makes heavy contact right there.
Got to get that tape off the grill. Whoa. It was more than a bump. Pit road is open, Dick.
And Dale Earnhardt Jr. has had a nice time getting into his pit. There is no.
4 to go this time.
4 to go and 3
Oh,
guys.
Boyer in the wall.
Hard wreck.
He stays out.
More wrecks down here. Turn 4. Big wreck.
Harvick in trouble.
Keep going. We can do the damn thing.
3 of the 4 Childress cars in trouble in the closing laps.
Get 4 tires.
And here comes Boyer down on the bottom, and they get 3 wide right here, and this is when I knew it was going to go bad.
It just would not work.
Down the front straightaway and into turn 1. Somebody looked like got into the back of Kevin Harvick, just turned him around, slammed into a wall, did some heavy damage to that machine.
Kane drops the inside as they go 3 wide behind him, and Boyer takes a wild ride into the safer barrier, and Kyle Busch turned Harvick around after they had made contact half a lap before.
Yeah, I think
you can see the 18 and the 29 hit again there, and Kyle Busch just goes dead left and pretty much hooks Kevin Harvick in the 29.
Fix up.
It's him in the sprint all-star race.
And Harvick and Busch.
he's after him.
Yeah, this has just started now.
Kyle says, you're going to have to. This ain't going to happen too good.
There was a pass, there was contact, and then as Boyer went into the fence, Kyle Busch came and turned Kevin Harvick around.
We know Harvick is he plays rough, especially when the race is over with. I've seen him climb over people's cars to get to him.
We've got cars overheated. We've got drivers overheated.
And we got wrecked cars. And
Bobby Labonte crashed on the final lap. Harvick looking in his mirror. Shuts the switches off.
Something's going to have to give here, boys.
We thought it could be Newman and Montoya. Turns out it's Harvick and Busch. And they are still stopped way.
And I'm going back here, and we're going to have a little talk. And there goes his car. That car just took off. Holy smoly. Pretty big, too. I mean, there were a lot of cars, the 9, the 47, both.
And Kyle got a piece of that as he tried to pass Ambrose.
Boy, Bobby Labonte in that 47, a lot of damage.
He'd had a great race all night long. Car didn't have a scratch on it.
Well, Ambrose and Labonte were 11th and 12th when that happened. Coming up off turn 2, the car gets away from it.
That's what this racetrack will do to you. If your car's a little bit loose, you're coming up out of that hole. Right there, you're coming up out of the turn, up on the straightaway. Car gets a little bit light.
Stay high, stay high.
He's back there 1 lap down.
You want to carry as much speed as you can right to that commit line. On to pit road here on this tricky transition. And Lally goes around. And misses the Fitch.
But here's where he does something really. I mean, the spotter's telling him, hold the brake, but look what happened if he hadn't held the brake right here. Look who he would have taken out.
Boom.
You see, he's got the smoke and
that's the left rear
tires down.
Pieces.
And he's sideways getting in the corner. And now just hang on here because this is going to get big and ugly.
Check out that camera angle. Great work, guys.
Now watch this thing when it goes back up the hill. Here, you think he's going to stay down? You think he's going to stay down? Go high, go high, go high. One made it. Bam!
Oh,
One
what
didn't.
a lick in the driver's door. On our Fox Exmo Extreme Slow-Mo Cam, both drivers have climbed from their cars. They are both okay.
Look at that rear spring bouncing through the air.
But that's just that's an incredible hit to the left rear of the 09 car.
These cars are amazing. The way you can run into each other and walk away. We just said both drivers are out. They walked away. I can't believe it. What an impact.
On the high side, saw the hole closing up, cut left, but could not get away from Castle.
He was committed.
Right.
He could not change course. I mean, you're going 160 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Excuse me, pardon me, coming through.
There's a hole there.
I'll make one, I'll make
There
another
is
one.
now. And up they went, and not sure how Brian Vickers got turned around, but
Look at Logano. He's just acting like Paul Menard isn't even there. And you know, we talked about those 4 tires that one guy has, 43, AJ Allmendinger. Look where he comes out of this crash in.
He's happy man.
however, since caution laps don't count, we're going to revert to the restart order we had on the last restart.
We'll get down under him and
Biffle's all over him.
oh, I don't know. That's kind of a hard one to say, but
we couldn't tell from that angle.
It's hard to say if Biffle got into him or if the right rear. I mean, he seemed to think a tire was going down.
Off too and not wind up in that inside wall. He just barely clipped it.
Darrell, when we come back here in a week for the 600, we may once again hear those once familiar words. He took the air off my spoiler.
It sure looks like it. But, Mike, you're going to run your car a whole lot different tonight than you're going to run it for 600 miles. You're going to have it on the edge.
And you're also going to have a lot of leg in it.
Yeah, it's going to be legging it, yeah.
Let's have a look at Matt Kenseth's car. Just
Lap segment, Darrell. Carl had it loaded up.
here he comes.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, boy.
He just tore his car all to pieces. He hit this manhole down there. He tore it up.
Sorry about that.
He tore the whole front off of it. He was going to do a Matt Kenseth. He didn't know there was a manhole down there.
You can get behind that show car over there on pit road.
I don't think
that's going to happen.
He's going to get behind a record. What he's going to get behind.
That is awesome.
Second caution of the day.
The thing just steps right out. I mean, you can see it's loose, 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 and he can't get it back.
You could see it leaving black marks as he was sliding.
Staying in the gas, that's what you do. You stay in the gas, keep it off the wall, and you lock it down and hope nobody hits you. It's a little dicey when you see this orange 20 car coming here.
Yeah, Joey Logano wasn't sure what was going on with that.
Gets in here. Car, you saw it bobble just a little bit getting in the turn. Goes up. What goes up must come down.
Look at Kurt Busch, the 22 just got by.
And David Starr.
See this?
Yep. Brian Vickers got in the back of Truex.
Yeah, they ran over each other after the spin.
Wow. Matt, what happened there?
Oh, I think.
Oh boy.
Might have been a tad of contact there, boys.
Casey Kane in the 4.
And Starr starting his very first Sprint Cup race up and into the wall.
And he was doing a nice job. You know why? Because I don't know that we've said a word about him. So I think that tells you when he's a.
There's a better look at the contact. Well, he's in the gas all the way to here.
Yeah.
Wow.
She went airborne when she landed. It landed right on the nose.
Not going to steer too well at this point.
Boom.
Here's from our Fox Exmo. Watch this.
Too much air.
Yeah, when that thing went across that little quarter-mile track, that's when she gets airborne.
Yep. Getting 3 wide, getting in there. Mark was sailing it off in there on the outside of Gilliland. Boy, look at Ryan Newman. He almost got, his car went up in the air.
Just really nowhere for Newman in the 39 to go.
No.
Now Gilliland's car starts to come around, but look, Carl Edwards.
From that last look, Mark actually was coming down the racetrack and really kind of came across Gilliland's nose. I thought he got tagged from behind, but as you can see, he did not. He just lost it. Wow. Lucky right there. That's a wonder didn't rip the nose off, but he's going to be all right.
But you're Fox Exmo. There's that transition. That's a lawn job like nobody I know has ever done.
Go. Boy, Dale Earnhardt Jr. got a great restart.
He's out of gas, and there they go.
And Burton goes around. A lot of smoke.
They had a little bit of a wreck back there. No caution.
Keselowski got bounced around, but we are still green.
Not quite clear.
Yeah, there's where Ambrose in the 9 got the damage, and boy, it just turned the 51 of Castle right into the wall.
Right front first, you can see it all tucked in there. That's why.
Yeah, he's been getting the car better and better all day long. You see up on the high side, the car just breaks loose away from him right there. Daryl's talked about those seams. He hits that seam the wrong way, that high up. All of a sudden the car steps out and around it goes. And he made a great save as far as keeping the car, basically.
Yeah, he's all over the place.
He's back up the racetrack again. Oh, he's not catching that one. That's going to hurt.
It's going to hurt. Boom. Yeah. You could say he did it the first lap, too. Once you get in that, he got away with it the first lap in the gray area.
And he knew he had to dig because his opening lap did not get him into the field.
No.
He's just saying, you can't hide here. You're going to hit something here.
Yeah, and the grass is wet.
That was hard.
And those are new safer barriers there. So let's give Pocono a little bit of credit there. That those are the new safer barriers that they put up since the last time we raced here when Elliott Sadler had his accident.
Mike Skinner, the 1995 inaugural Truck Series champion, having problems in qualifying here at Pocono.
I think Mike.
Jeff Gordon leads Kurt Busch, and there we got problems. Greg Biffle was back close to the top 10, spinning off the turn 3. And he hits
right there, try to get it going.
No caution.
Middle, and he's probably just going to lose the air because he's got somebody kind of behind him on his left rear. That's just a classic example of taking the air off the rear of the car and spoiler. He just lost grip in the rear there. Just not in a really good spot.
Just in a bad spot on the racetrack. There's somebody under you, there's somebody on the outside, and there's not enough wind. Yeah, see. Wow. Yeah, we saw that the other day in practice when the 6 car, David Reagan, run up on the 31 car. The 31 car got real loose and checked up right in about the same place, and the closure rate was so great. I'm not sure.
He's slowing down almost like he's out of gas.
Out of gas. It's almost like Montoya ran out of gas.
Junior riding behind Joey Logano.
Looks like a cut tire. Looks like a tire. I mean, as quick as it went to the right.
Yeah, well, he
had already been in the wall.
Yeah.
He had already been in the wall with the 5 car.
Wow, he stayed off the wall. Oh, he locked it up.
Vickers around.
Vickers locked it up, and he gets into McMurray. Newman spins around.
Dale Jr. got a piece.
And you know what? That really all started with Kurt Busch and those, or with Kyle Busch. Yeah, I wonder if Tony pushed him into him, though.
Could be, yeah, right
Look
there.
Look at him. He's on him, on him, on him. That's not Vickers. That's Tony Stewart right there.
Looking at that angle,
Yeah.
exactly.
Stay left.
No wonder Vickers got it.
No way, yeah. Uh-oh.
Denny Hamlin sideways for second.
Truex again.
Again this year, man.
In the exact same spot.
To the top side. Here, the 43 got into the 11.
So, Larry, we're 452 laps into this thing, closing on halfway.
This ain't over yet. Hang on a second.
Look at that. Joey Logano sending Robbie Gordon for a ride.
And like Kyle pointed out, this started way back there. You know. Yeah, I believe this is going to just trying to avoid Rudeman there on the outside.
11.
He just gets turned.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess.
Wow. Yeah, just absolutely turned in the middle of the straightaway.
I would definitely say it's better than most.
I'd say it's better than most.
Here we go again. 43 around, and the 17 goes around.
And this is where, when you're the 17, you can't move. You just have to sit there.
Attitude, kind of, what the heck? I'll let him go and then pay it off.
And I can guarantee you that
All clear.
all Vickers has been thinking about since he got turned by Stewart was getting in a position to do this. Yeah, this is early. Okay, no, this is just now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Vickers comes from the left side of the racetrack, or from on your screen comes from the right side of the racetrack across to run in the back of Tony.
Now this is he just left over there on turn 7. Looks like he may have got some help from Ambrose right there. Just stayed in the gas.
Marcus Ambrose 13th right now. Not anymore. Up into turn 2.
And watch. I mean, there's not a place there to go. I don't know what Juan's thinking. Juan goes from 5th to, oh my God. Yeah, Jamie got down on the curb. You saw the wheel hopped right there. Oh,
you know, he got him all right.
I'd like to see that again. Right now, and again, he's on better tires than all these guys.
Brad Keselowski got him.
I was getting ready to say, you mess with Brad, you messing with the wrong person.
Kyle Busch went around as well.
You messing with the wrong person.
Try to get it going here.
You know what? 42 forces him off the racetrack. 42 runs over that way.
Yeah.
Just enough, and Brad didn't appreciate that because Brad had given him room.
Yeah.
And Brad's like, tough. See you later.
And you know,
and I'm not saying that's right. I'm not saying that's right. But
I am.
And the 27 is there, but he's in so hot he can't get a turn. Gets on the brakes, and he slides up into him.
3rd and 4th, Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Jimmy Johnson. And we've got trouble. Baying around and into the wall.
Hold on to it. Hold on to it. Hold the brake here. Hold the brake.
Okay, see the 2 dumps down to the left? That's the worst thing you can do in this situation, right, KP?
The very worst thing. I mean, Jeff Gordon said the same thing. He said if you're on the outside and you can really work the car from the outside, it's
These guys can run tucked up behind another car.
Whoa, trouble, Larry. 99 got turned.
Stay high, stay high, stay high. Keep coming. Good job. Keep coming there.
Thought he was gonna stay off that one.
He came. Carl brought out our 2nd caution of the night, and it's Dave Blaney bringing out our 3rd, as you see the replay here.
Couldn't really tell from that angle what. Obviously, he was with somebody there, so he obviously got hooked because there's nobody else around him. And look, man, these guys are starting to slide up in each other. Watch out! Watch out!
There they go.
Here it goes.
Gordon goes around.
Just got turned.
What a save! That pretty great.
Takes a little time for him to get wound
here we
up.
go. Martin got turned by Joey Logano on that one.
Look at him. Several cars involved, and it all got started when Logano got Mark Martin.
Truex is in it. Mark Martin's in it.
Up in there. Ran out of room.
Regan Smith got a piece. See Travis Kvapil climbing in. David Rudeman. Here here's the first wreck, Kyle, that we talked about on the final lap.
Yeah, and it's hard to really say. You see the 9 car get turned, the 9 to 51 and the 00. It's hard to say right there because they're just in the corner of the screen. But in front of these guys, they're wrecking on around the corner here. Comes down, and I think the one is going to get hooked by, or the one in the 88 got together.
Yeah, it's like the one came.
Yeah,
it's like McMurray came down on Junior. Junior got down on the flat, had to come back up on the racetrack, and then, I mean, and this is the second wreck, as you said, and these guys are still just hauling them. You see him just coming into turn 1. Oh God.
Yeah, that's big. That's big right there. I can't remember seeing one that blew up that big.
No, that's a speedway explosion, but it's all white smoke. And when you see white smoke like that, most of the time it's knocked a hole in a
But look
piston.
inside the car, like you said, he cannot see where he's going. He just jams on the brakes. I mean, jams on the brakes just so he doesn't run into somebody.
Yeah, and it's like it just knocked the pistons out of it because it's just all white smoke. He's just...
Yeah, he just got way up high, it looks like.
You see the black marks. You can go back and see the black marks if we see that again. He just went in, and when he went in, he got up, and the car just began to rotate way early into the corner. Yeah, that's the tail end of it. He had already rotated up out of the groove, up into the gray stuff, and there's just nothing there. How long Kyle had to wait to pick up the gas.
Oh, something something broke or he lost a tire. How about that?
Second caution of the day for Kyle
Busch.
Great
camera shot, man.
Great shot.
The point leader coming in, hammered the wall.
Go to the garage. Go to the garage.
Down into turn 3.
Same thing, you know, and Kyle Busch talks about it earlier. Yeah. This is the point of the turn. Looks like the 42 got in the 43 and the 43 got in the 11.
Yeah, that was just an accordion. I mean, they all got in there, and I think the 11 kind of checked up a little bit to see the smoke right there. It's already coming apart.
Yeah, he was just trying to nurse it. Got to the bottom of the racetrack, and it just gave way.
Down on the flat right there. Oh.
Teammates.
Yeah, they just... That's a hard one. I mean, there was no... He's on the inside.
Johnson running 21st when he went around down in the corner.
He just tried staying off of Montoya. It looked like he got in the corner. His car looked like it's probably pushing.
Well, it looked like a tire. Yeah, definitely looked like a right front went down. You can see that here and happen, but that Clint Boyer, somebody. Here comes Jimmy Johnson trying to make a pass on the outside, 3 wide, 4 wide. Was this not going to work? There you go. There it is. Landon Castle. A lot of cars coming behind here, though. Look out! Casey Kane sliding through. Right before it closed, wasn't it? Yeah. See, he's dropped down. Yeah, it's loose. Yeah, it can happen to the best. Let's see if he makes a commitment come. Yeah, I believe he made it. You're saying he shouldn't have to go to the rear? No, he's on pit road before the caution came out. Now let's see what happened to David Reagan. Right, he's just a little aggressive underneath Ruderman, getting into the bumps. He's the one that paid the price, though. Yeah, and that's you know that's down there, and that's the price. At this point, because that we're watching the replay here, you see Casey Kane was up on the outside. Obviously, Montoya had no idea that he was there. But I believe because Casey Kane was pitted down there, and once Kyle Busch gets to the start-finish line, then Casey Kane should be able to go back out in front of him.
And a great place to get in trouble. Other portion of the track I like is the S's. I can carry a lot of speed up through the S's, and it leads me into what I call the inner loop. The inner loop right there is a portion of the track that you're using getting back on. Good place to make some passes, but a good place to overdrive. Turn 5, another place here that you can get yourself in big trouble. That was Denny Hamlin. He spun the car, got off in the wall. Sprinkles and showers all around the area.
Trouble right here. Morris said getting maybe turned a little bit by Jamie McMurray. And that's a little different than some of the teams. Like Tony Stewart, his teammate. He needs to win a race. There goes Kurt Busch.
Truex, he finished 8th in that race out in California. What happened to Ruderman?
Well, he gets turned a little bit. Yeah, you're left front down. Yeah, you're under full power here. Wow, man. Good thing those tires were there. He's another
driver that we've seen a few times smoke that left front, getting down into these corners, these high braking areas. You can see right when that tire went down, put on the brakes all you want. You just can't stop soon enough.
Yeah, it looks like it's
got some brakes.
The front brakes are, the left front's locked up.
That's almost like the throttle hung.
Gosh, man, that could have been. It could have been the throttle hung pushing the front tire.
Might play into this. The other is that's going to put Ambrose to Kyle's outside for the restart. That's not been an advantageous place to be.
No, but we did see
low oil pressure.
You got a fire. We did see on the start of this race.
Under the car. You got a fire under the car. Just trying to stray out of the groove.
Back to what you were talking about there, Alan. We did see
the fourth time in this race.
Oh, tire. Bad place to blow a tire. Yes. We were just showing in Kyle Busch's in-car where you're wide open, already in high gear there, up over 150 miles an hour at that point. Oh, looks like Tony Stewart out through the grass in the inner loop.
And back through traffic. Caution is out.
Is out. Yellow's out.
Race is over. Marcos Ambrose is your winner. Oh, goodness.
Six gets, it's like, oh my gosh. Goodness gracious.
Wow.
Like Boris said, got into the 6 car. David Reagan. Oh, my goodness.
That's a hard lick for David Reagan. This, oh my goodness.
Fellows also into the wall in that. Wow, terrible.
Still there, still there.
And it's going to end up finishing about 26th. Here is Stewart at the inner loop.
Yeah, I think Tony right there is going to be mad at himself. Now, I don't know what happened before that, but like Tony just got in a little bit hot. There was no contact there.
See the grass flying everywhere. Then he gets into Clint Boyer. Edwards involved. And Jeff Gordon sneaks by.
See Matt Kenseth slows down just enough. See Junior go by there. They have him list Junior finishing 14th would be yeah, just got loose getting into the corner right before he got to the center. Back in, stepped out. Good wide racetrack, though, allowed him to not gather anybody else up and get it straightened out.
Pretty amazing. Tires. About 10 laps ago, and it looks like it probably just rubbed a hole.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man, that was a pretty big hit. It was probably from that contact earlier.
He was running 12th at the time.
It's been so hard for these guys to pass.
So that was an action. And is this the reaction?
I think so, right here. Well, oh,
now
yeah, there it is.
Took him a couple to get it done.
We'll see the 11 and the 27 as they tried to slow down come in. That didn't quite get them, but that's as they were trying to slow down.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
I saw Jeff Gordon pull this move a while ago and
yep, there goes the debris.
Go between a couple of cars, but now a little closer.
Then he gets in the wall. Whoa, just jumped out from under him, looks like.
Yeah, and that just, this racetrack starts to flatten out. You give them that banking, you think you've got it under control, maybe a little too much wheel in it. You have to stay off the wall, and it just takes a split second here.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, this is one of the best drivers ever driven this track, and he spun out.
6 wins here. Yeah, does a fantastic job. Watch what happened to Bobby Labonte. Again, a late exit, just like off of turn 4. This car just snapping around, a hard hit to the inside wall, but there is that safer barrier there, thankfully.
So the 6-time Atlanta winner is not going to call this one a fun trip.
Tires. Yeah, he's got tires back on it now, but you can see right there he blew a tire going in the corner. A lot of debris coming off of that tire. Oh, just not quite clear on Montoya.
That's what you were talking about there. We were talking about Jimmy Johnson maybe trying that for the lead up there. Boyer thought he had enough room to slide up there and just misjudged the speed that Montoya had.
It's getting too late.
Workout. Let's see what happened to Smith.
Yeah, it's like Mark Martin caught him.
Mark was just trying to slide in behind Regan Smith and misjudged just enough to send Regan Smith spinning.
It was kind of rearranged. Got some contact. Looks like Mike Bliss in the 32.
Yeah, that turn 3 is a tough spot to enter side by side at times. Car really.
A few years back when trouble there. Boyer spinning around in turn 4. And trouble behind him. About a half a dozen cars going to pile up in the aftermath. Race.
Slow up in front of you, slow up high, slow up high, slow up high, slow up high.
Little contact.
And
this time,
Dale Jr. getting a little piece of the 9 car there. But that's short track racing. That's what we talked about was going to happen at Richmond here.
Yeah, what happened? I don't blame him at all.
Let's see right here. Oh, yeah. Had a very hard night here, getting hit a couple of different times. Hard licks here.
And just like you said, Dale, it's more 3 wide entering the corner than I remember here. A lot of aggressive driving.
Balls of the caution. See right there when the tire lets go. Oh, that's a safer barrier, but that's still a hard lick.
Well, let's see.
That Junior took exception to that. Yeah.
What do you think? Looks like payback to me. You see Harvick right there behind Dale Earnhardt Jr. On a little bit, though. A little contact there. Regan Smith has a pretty good save.
Wow. Whoa. Good driving there by Regan Smith.
Whoa, man, he's a pretty hard lick right there.
Yeah, that happened entering the corner. Like one of those situations.
And that's been the first time all night that they really felt like that's been a handling issue that's detrimental to him, and he gets caught in the back end and into the wall.
Johnson in trouble. Montoya also goes around.
Wow. He had sideways to get to it.
He had to work hard to get there. That took some talent.
He's a 5-time champ.
To the Virginia native. It wasn't fun. We'll be back for the restart.
Well, here they are, 3 wide again. Dave Blaney in the 35 here tonight for Tommy Baldwin.
Yep. He got a little high and wide into that corner, kind of opened that hole up.
Yeah, Boyer kind of locked up the brakes. He was trying to stay off of them, get off of him, and that just makes the car go to the right. And
the number 36 being piloted by Dave Blaney. That's Tommy Baldwin's car, goes for a spin. And the raindrops could have added into that.
But what I didn't like is he was up above that black. He was all the way against the wall, and I'm not seeing a lot of rubber up there right now. I don't think there's a...
This is the best case scenario, really, for Brad Keselowski.
Matt Kenseth might have been a little bit slowed back to the throttle.
hit him hard, bud? No, I didn't hit him hard. Man, relay if you can. I truly was doing everything I could to stop.
And Denny Hamlin. Heard from him extensively. Oh, look out, trouble. Allmendinger sideways.
He may keep it off the wall if he doesn't get hit. Oh, what a save.
That was a save.
Thought there was a hole there. David Reagan happened to be there. Just a little contact with the inside wall of the left front fender.
From Tony Stewart.
See, it looked like he had a hole, and Reagan got a good run.
About the 9 degrees of banking on these straightaways, and he just throws you down to the inside. Not much room there.
This track is so unforgiving when you spin. Wow, that was pretty close to him.
Obviously couldn't tell from that angle if there was any contact or not, but Looks like he had a little help from Regan Smith. Slid up in front of him, made the pass, but slid up in front of him.
Could have been a case where he had to just check up on the throttle after he came up off the corner and got the tap.
Yeah, it didn't look like anything intentional on Regan Smith's part. He just Greg Biffle right in the middle of this. I thought we were going to have a big crash when I first saw it.
Wow, look at that.
Oh, man. Well, they did have a crash.
Bobby Labonte, 47. David Gilliland, 34. David Reagan, 6. Looking 3 wide to the inside. Contact with Casey Kane. Jeff Gordon's around. Look out, whole field behind him.
Boy, Kevin Harvick just did miss Casey Kane right there.
Stewart there hanging on, and Biffle into the wall.
Yeah, he might have had a tire going down.
Hold it up there, hold it up there.
Caution out again.
Next here in the spring.
And having a top 5 might hang on there. Jimmy Johnson, sideways.
Is he going to be able to save it?
No. What a hard hit.
We're done, guys.
Back wheels, how hard it went into the wall. Watch the back tires here.
Well, look at the wall, too. I can imagine what that would have been like without that safer area.
Now, this is where we really have to thank NASCAR for all the hard work and efforts. The manufacturers, everyone involved that makes these race cars and these racetracks so much safer for the drivers.
Saw the hands start to go.
Yeah, and you can see in that position happens to everybody, even the very best in our sport. He's motioning, he's coming to the pit. Woo. Logano didn't get slowed down. Look at this save. I mean, this car is sideways. That's just the air literally sucking that car around as he got up beside of David Rudiman when you're that close.
Hard to tell from that angle if that 00 was coming down at all.
Well, it just wasn't enough room there, and when you get this close to these cars,
I think one of the things working against.
Oh, no, trouble. Allmendinger turned around. Kyle Busch makes contact. More cars involved. Harvick is in it, one of the championship drivers.
Lock it down there, AJ. Get it rolling here if you can.
McMurray involved. Harvick second in the championship starting today. And watch Matt Kenseth in that 17 slide through. Just barely.
And the good thing there was David Reagan gave Matt Kenseth room to do what he needed. He saw it.
Just behind Carl Edwards and Greg Biffle. And that's a hit on the right front of that 48 car. Michael Waltrip in the 15, behind Labonte in the 47.
Andy Kessler got a piece of that also. See here, Kurt Busch.
Hard lick for Kurt Busch and Bobby Labonte.
It looked like that when we had followed Michael Waltrip and Bobby Labonte that Bobby was really loose with his car. He wasn't able to turn it a lot of times and would have to chase it up the track. And you're right,
Wow.
that was a really hard lick there at the end.
You just know where to go for Kurt Busch.
Wow. Look at how high the back wheels of that car came off the ground in that hit.
Good Jeff Gordon.
Oh, trouble right there. Martin and Hamlin and Regan Smith with a hard crash.
In front of you there. Stay focused. It's coming down. Watch it coming down.
Wow, just look how close. I mean, he just skimmed the back bumper of Jeff Gordon's car. Marcus Ambrose coming by, gets a little bit of damage.
You see this, you know, when Mark hits that right rear, it just, the angle that it sends Regan Smith into the wall is tremendous.
Yeah, and it looked like what happened with Jeff Gordon had to check up just a little bit. He was closing on Tony Stewart. She said, get down into one. You can see Dale Jr. just didn't have enough room, ran up over that pink curbing that's down on the inside now. That threw him up into the 22 of Kurt Busch.
It looked like it's a unique feature of this racetrack in Martinsville, that curb on the inside of the corners.
Yeah, and it creates havoc just like that throughout the day. It's something that actually a driver going in there that maybe just got past can kind of use it to their advantage.
Racetrack.
You can just see how things got jammed up. Blaney got out, and the one of Jamie McMurray just ran all over him there. So
I'm going to throw a little wrinkle on that one at you, Dale. If he didn't push McMurray into Blaney.
Yeah, and then you can see Brian Vickers, he had already committed heavy.
Like that. See right here. Like Vickers was trying to get in there and let his car roll. Just couldn't keep it on the bottom. Got into Montoya, who was okay after that. But yep, that's a little loose.
Yep.
Corrects it.
Either that or he got into him on purpose. I couldn't tell exactly. It looked like he turned the wheels to the right.
John Force would be proud of that, though, wouldn't he? Sure. Well, didn't really miss.
All right, how about a foul ball then?
Yeah.
Like, what do you call it, Dale? The change-up?
Yeah, he was expecting a change-up and got the fastball there. So
caution. Here's what happened.
See, Dave Blaney just happened to get into the left rear. Bobby Labonte spun him.
Woo! Did Kurt Busch barely get through there?
A couple of others.
Second, here's Montoya and Ambrose and around.
All right, we got front end damage. We got down by the 42. Let's get going if you can, Marcos. Just stay high.
Kyle Busch had, and here is.
Yep. Another example, just getting down into the corner a little bit hard. You can see the 88 of Dale Jr. just get in there, wheel hop just a little bit, had to correct back. See right here, Hermie Sadler gets a little better run off the corner than Bobby, and just a little bit of contact sends you sliding here. Gets it headed back in the right direction. I was going to mention Matt Kenseth has been really good on these mile-and-a-half too, and Matt's having a pretty solid day here himself.
At all. Ooh, how about that? Little chain reaction.
Yep.
Tires. Regan Smith, Mark Martin, Joey Logano.
Wow.
Clunk, clunk, clunk.
Looks like that was a little payback. And Hermie had to pay the price.
But then this happened behind him.
Yeah, it looked like Biffle just got in a little bit hot, couldn't turn down, got into the side of Ryan Newman, and basically took himself out then and trying to.
Is this one going to boil?
All around now.
Caution. Brought us to the caution flag.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they're hard to drive like that.
Holy cow. You see how high the back of that car came up?
And then he had the brakes on so hard the wheels were hopping.
Yeah, they had battled for probably 6 or 8 laps.
And watch Kyle Busch.
See, Matt's already locking it up, getting into the corner. He'd gotten in too hard. See the smoke.
He said on that little bit of radio we just heard him say, I thought I heard him say the right front was down when he went into the corner, or went down when he hit the brakes.
The main thing that they were trying to work on was obviously the front end. Kyle called the car killed. Dave Rogers said that, and they did not get all those lug nuts tight, Alan.
Yep.
Problems worsened.
Looks like they got none of them tight.
That is the left front from the 18 car. That's what Dave Rogers was saying. Get those lugs on.
See Kurt Busch just getting sideways there, down into the corner, bounced up into Ryan Newman. We had seen that earlier.
His 4 fresh tires.
Oh, that's what that was. Matt Kenseth had just come back on the racetrack. This was the race for position I was alluding to. Brian Vickers had raced Matt hard for several laps. Oh, Junior nudged around. He and Logano tangled.
Kozlowski goes around.
Around here. No caution. Keep rolling. Come on. No caution. Need to roll here.
And Stewart. Brian Vickers.
Yeah, looks like the Brian Vickers got into the back of Jeffrey Rodine. Yeah, turned him right into Montoya.
Those tires. What happened here?
Looks like he just spun off of turn 4.
That happens even to the best. Get a loose race car, hard to handle.
Just lost it where the track flattens out here. Probably not a lot of grip up there in that higher side coming off of 4 right now.
Got lucky though, didn't hit anything.
Or anybody.
We've seen Bodine in a few tight spots here today, and he got one there he couldn't quite get out of.
Kane running in 21st at that time.
Jimmy Johnson just sliding by there.
Here.
Oh, got a little help there.
He was out in that third groove too, then he couldn't save it.
Martin Truex Jr.
Really loose right as he got to the center of the
whoa. Contact there. Brian Vickers pushing Matt Kenseth. Martinsville payback issued at Phoenix.
It sure was. That's all that was.
After the ensuing restart, and Kenseth had a tire go down and went into the wall himself in the corner. And 35 car, well, no harm, no foul.
Didn't hit it that hard. It looks like he may have a tire going down.
I don't know what happened, but I started spinning out as soon as I turned into 3.
Well, it looks like he didn't get any help. That thing just jumped out from under him.
Just a little contact with the wall on the right rear.
There's where
came with the left rear.
So he did get some help at the end of it. Oh, looks like Jamie Murray caught the left rear corner of Landon Castle.
Oh yeah, well, we had nowhere to go right there. Got a 21. I think the 21 must have run over something with the left front tire off of that, and it exploded then. That's what tore the fender off of that. Or he could have just locked it up, and that's what blew it out.
Just instantly blew the left front fender off of that 21 car.